Alright everyone, this is it. The most unfair, but yet fair matchup in the history of matchups. The Playmates SpaceGodzilla versus the Bandai Minifigure SpaceGodzilla. These two SpaceGodzillas are two of the only current SpaceGodzillas on the market. And I guess if you're looking for one of them, which one should you buy? Well, let's take a look. We're going to be dividing this into 6 rounds again. Sculpt and Paint, Articulation, size, accessories, price, and availability. So let's go ahead. Starting off with Sculpt and Paint. This is actually a bit more fair than it may seem. The SpaceGodzilla for the Bandai here features a lot of good paint applications, I will say, for such a small minifigure. The teeth is actually applied really well, especially on the little side horns or side teeth. The eyes are just plain red, which is again okay. The crown is actually painted pretty dang well on one side, and the crystal paint is applied really well. Like, you can actually see that they really went out of their way to sculpt every single little detail. The paint over here is kind of like a maroon kind of color. It's alright. It's nothing too fancy, but I really like the application. And from the entire back on here, it's just plain white with some crystallized tail and goodness, I guess, over here. It's kind of a little scuffed, but honestly, it's nothing too major. The Playmates, on the other hand, has actually very identical paint applications. It's eerie. Hold on. So you have the same kind of crystal horn that's only applied on one side of it, not on the other. Googly-eyed SpaceGodzilla with orange eyes. At least this one has pupils. Very sloppily painted teeth. The chest right here is kind of red, glossy red. Painted nails, even though it looks like a spray, especially for the toenails. I think I forgot to mention the toenails. Yeah. And instead of just pure white, it's kind of white at the tip, then it transforms into purple, then kind of like the charcoal black. And then just like the Bandai, except from here to here, it's just pure white, and then from here to here, it's just plain black, until you get to here where they decide to paint it white again. Overall, for Sculpt and Paint, I will give it that this does have its circumstance of like being very, what was it, last minute because the movie got delayed and then they had to make these. But it's so eerie of how similar these two are to one another. But even then, I gotta say the application is a teensy bit better on the minifigure, so not to mention his details much more defined than this one. Yes, I am saying that. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but Sculpt and Paint goes to the Bandai minifigure. Alright, for articulation, nothing for the Bandai minifigure. Yeah, it's bendy here, but that's just material. Playmates SpaceGodzilla features a head rotation, very mild arm rotation right here. Get a little nudge. Maybe it's a ball joint. I don't think it is. You can kick up to here. The feet. Oops. Knocking down the Bandai minifigure. Side to side with the foot. And up and down at the midsection of the tail. You cannot move the base. So articulation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 0. He wins the point. Size. How are we gonna tackle this? Well, I've already tackled, I guess, size. They both are part of their own different scales. So I'm gonna go ahead and just say it's a tie because again, it's not really fair to compare them in terms of size. And in terms of accessories, neither come with anything, so again, that's going to result in another tie. So that means both of them are tied right now. He has this point in Sculpt and Paint. He has the point in Articulation. They both win a point in accessories and size. So now they're 3 to 3. Keep in mind, I count ties as a point for both. It doesn't change anything, so don't get butthurt by that. Let's say here. Price. He's gonna run you about $2 to $3 because he's in blind bags, though you're probably gonna be spending like tons of money on him. Though, there is a chance you're going to get him first try. You're going to be spending about $10 on this guy. He wins, I guess, because even though he comes in blind bags, there was actually a time where I got this guy in the first try, so it all matters down to luck, so I guess he wins. Now availability. I've seen him at every single comic shop and like every single major retailer. Same with him. But the problem is, Playmates reissues their figures more times than Bandai reissues their Godzilla figures. So, technically speaking, he technically takes the point, though you could argue that it's a tie. I'm going to say half point, full point. Now it's tallied up. We have the winner for Articulation. Let's see. I'm already forgetting. Size, accessories, and availability. That's 4. So that means you have the point in terms of Sculpt and Paint. Let's see, size, price, and but that's like a half point. So that's 3.5 to 4. Playmates wins. But then again, you could make the argument that he could get a full point, but that would be a tie. So you know what? Screw it. I'm going to give both of them equal amount of points. They both win. It's a tie. So how are we going to, I guess, put an end to this? Well, I'm going to go ahead and say, I'm going to put on my Instagram story which one of these two is the definitive SpaceGodzilla figure. Just a little poll. And whoever wins that poll, I guess, is the winner. Though, for all intents and purposes, he technically wins, but again, he technically ties him. So, there's really no definitive winner until that poll goes up. So, if you want to vote on that, go to my Instagram. It should be right on the About Me page or wherever links YouTube puts them nowadays. YouTube's constantly changing, so expect that to be invalid in probably the next few months, 2 years. But anyways, that's all I really have to say. Like, subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, everyone.